Hello there. The weather pattern is very static at the moment in Europe, which means that the weather story is very similar to yesterday. The best of any dry weather is across the west through Portugal, Spain and France, but you can see where the shower cloud is, and that's the dividing line between some pretty warm air across Eastern Europe with temperatures above the average, and it's triggering off some really sharp thundery downpours with large hail, and even some tornadic activity was recorded in places. Now for Turkey and the Greek Isles, it's largely fine and quiet. There's a few scattered showers through mainland Greece, not amounting to too much. The heaviest of the rain is really stretching up through Bulgaria, Hungary, Czech Republic, up into Poland and to parts of Finland and western Russia. Now look at this, 27 degrees in Moscow. That's temperatures way above where they should be for the time of year. Still pretty warm, but slightly quieter across parts of Norway and Sweden. We'll see some wetter weather pushing into western France as we go through Thursday. So a change to the story here, more cloud, more rain here, perhaps fewer showers through the Alps and into the Balkans. So that's the story across Europe. So let's take a look at the 5-day city forecast, see what to expect. Once we've got those showers out of the way for London and Paris, it dries up and it warms up as we head into the weekend. Now further east, it's not going to be quite as warm across Eastern Europe with temperatures easing and some showers for Moscow. Hello there. A focus for the weather story in North America in recent days has been about Cristobal, which continues to track its way out of the Mississippi Valley up towards the Ohio Valley. And it's going to interact with this front that's moving out of the northern and central plains, bringing a lot of heavy rain across the Great Lakes. Now, ahead of that, there will be some sharp showers. I'll come back to that in a moment. But along the west coast, we've got a weather front that's pushing in from the Pacific Northwest, and it's bringing some rain with it. So let's take a look at that in a little more detail. You can see British Columbia down into Oregon. We'll see outbreaks of rain, nothing particularly extensive, but it means more cloud, more wet weather to come. Moving out of Oregon down into California, it's all about the sunshine and the warmth. We've still got extreme heat in the desert southeast, and wildfire alerts still remain in force. You can see that in Phoenix with temperatures 107 degrees, 42 Celsius by Thursday. Let's move to that east coast. Relatively dry and settled across eastern Canada, stretching down through New York and Washington, but we are picking up some showers. There's that heavier rain starting to develop close to the Great Lakes. Ahead of it, through Tennessee, Georgia, down into the Carolinas, we'll pick some sharp showers here. Showers should be few and further between as we move into Florida. So here's our city forecast for the next couple of days. Sunshine being replaced by showers for New York from Thursday onwards. Hello there. Forecast for Central America and Mexico coming up in just a moment. Not a lot going off actually in comparison to where we were a week ago, but I'll come on to that. Let's first of all take a look at South America and the satellite picture showing most of the activity down through the southern tip of Chile. There's some wet and windy weather here. The wind's really quite a key feature. It's bringing some rain, some snow to the mountains as well. Drier to the north of that and into Argentina, some heavier rain into southern Brazil. The showers further north are few and far between in comparison to of late. Bolivia, Colombia and Venezuela likely to see the heaviest. Now, as we move into southern Brazil, you can see that there's a good deal of sunshine, some sharper showers here, which will tend to stagnate for much of the day. Now, there's that wet and windy weather down into the southern tip of Chile. It looks as though it's going to stay pretty unsettled for Bogota, though, over the next 5 days, with Rio de Janeiro keeping that sunshine and the warmth with temperatures low 30s. Mexico, a few isolated showers, and to the north of Central America, it's largely fine and dry. Down into Costa Rica and anywhere sort of east of that is where we'll see the heaviest of the rainfall. But as I say, in comparison to where we were a week ago with Amanda, there's nothing particularly significant. A few isolated showers across the Caribbean as well. So Cuba will keep some showers going over the next 5 days. Kingston, Jamaica, largely fine and dry. Hello there. Forecast for the Middle East coming up shortly. It's all about the heat at this time of year. But first of all, let's take a look at the satellite picture into Africa. You can see the shower cloud through the equatorial region, and it really does look as though we will continue to see some heavy showers across the Gulf of Guinea. But even by their standards, it's not as extensive as it can be. Now, down to the south, we've got a weather front that's pushing into South Africa. That's going to bring some rain into Cape Town. It will also bring a change to the feel of the weather over the next few days. So let's take a look at that in a little more detail, see what to expect. And certainly, as As the rain passes through, it'll bring a drop in temperature with it, but then the sunshine is set to return as we head into the weekend. Johannesburg stays fairly consistent, dry, settled and sunny, but not quite as warm either. Now, as we move into Khartoum, here there'll be some sunshine and some heat, with temperatures still continuing into the 40 degrees. If anything, those temperatures are going to be higher across the Middle East. We could see mid to high 40s in some spots. And so the heat really getting quite oppressive now, with just a light breeze and hardly a cloud in the sky. That is going to be the story as we go through to Wednesday. And I suspect there's going to be little change in the city forecast. In fact, you can see that quite clearly. Hot, dry and sunny, with temperatures peaking in the high 40s. Hello there, a forecast for Australia and New Zealand coming up shortly. But first of all, let's start off with a satellite picture across Asia. Plenty of shower cloud here at the moment. In fact, we have seen some heavier showers across parts of southern Philippines and Borneo just recently. I'll come back to that in just a moment, but let's take a look at further north, where we'll see some heavier rain or sharper showers across parts of southern Japan into South Korea, and also stretching across central China. Now, this is the Mayu front, the local front that's just shifting a little bit further north, so a slightly quieter spell across southern China. A few sharp showers into Thailand, heavier rain into Myanmar, and the city forecast will show some sharp showers continuing, although Beijing will escape those, stay dry and settled with temperatures into the 30s. Now let's take a look at Australia, because there's a large area of high pressure dominating at the moment. Just an easterly feed driving in some showers here over the next few days. And along the west coast, as we go out of Wednesday into Thursday, we'll start to see the arrival of some rain, bringing some sharper showers towards Western Australia. As for New Zealand, a relatively quiet story. It stays pretty overcast at times, but there will be a good deal of dry weather around, and I suspect that's going to be the city forecast for the next 5 days. So Wellington, pretty overcast. We'll see some sharper showers gradually moving their way into Perth. Sydney, not too bad.